Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for joining me on another beautiful day. First off, I want to apologize I did not make a video last week. Last week, it was a spring break for me, and I went to Vegas with me and 7 of my buddies, and that was a hell of a time. So I'm gonna start off with my Vegas story. Yeah, that was interesting. That was a good trip. That was fun. It'll definitely be memorable for the rest of my life. Definitely memorable. So if you guys didn't know, I'm 20 years old, and basically I'm one of the youngest in my group of friends. So it was 8 of us, me and one other person who we have the exact same birthday. We went. 2 of us weren't 21, and then the rest of them were all 21 and up. So everybody, like, we've had this plan for a couple months now, and everybody, I was like, you're going to Vegas? Why would you go to Vegas? You're not even 21. What are you gonna do? And so everybody got me nervous and stuff like that. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do? There's nothing to do. Which now I know is a lie. I mean, I was able to get away with a lot of shit. So we leave last week. March 23rd was the day, Wednesday. We left for Vegas, and we were gonna stay there for 5 days, 4 nights. And we get to Vegas. The first night, we just go check the strip out, like seeing probably some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. The first day we get there, it was absolutely insanity. I didn't even know what to do with myself. It was crazy. It finally got nice on our second day. Like, nice enough where we could go up to the pool. And by the way, we stayed at the Stratosphere Hotel, which is at the end of the Las Vegas Strip. And so the second day, we're like, oh my god, it's beautiful out. And then we saw that the rest of the days weren't going to be that nice, like a little cloudy and windy. So the second day, we went up to the pool. And of course, they had like spring break specials on drinks. And so I just had all my friends buy me drinks and shit like that. And it was easy. They card them. They didn't have to card me. And as soon as you have a drink, basically in Las Vegas, you can get drinks wherever you want. If you have a drink in your hand. I didn't get carded after that. So that day, we all get freaking wasted. We're up at the pool. A couple of our friends are down losing a ton of money at the casino, and we're just up having a freaking blast, seeing all the beautiful women swimming and stuff like that. Just, you know, whatever we wanted to do, we could do it. Oh yeah, and then, so I keep getting sidetracked because these roads are ridiculous. Like, look at this. Oh my god. They had to put a shit ton of sand down because our roads are so bad. I've never seen so many potholes in my fucking life. It's crazy. So the second day, we sit by the pool, drink, and then the Zags game was on. We're from Spokane, Washington, where the Gonzaga Bulldogs are from. And we've all been born and raised here, and we're all huge Zags fan. And now they're in the Final Four. This is just like insanity to us because they've never been before. And they actually have a solid chance at winning March Madness, the NCAA tournament this year, and that would just be insanity. We'll know after this video will come out, and before that, I guess we'll know if the Zags win or not.
Matthews off the mark, and this year the confetti is going to fall for North Carolina.
So we're sitting at the pool, and one of my friends, he's like, we call him the Wanderer. I don't know what it is, but he always finds a way to disappear from us, and it's so flippin' annoying. I don't know why, but he like goes. It's like he goes out of his way to try to get rid of us. Okay, so my friend, the Wanderer, we call him. He wandered off one day. Around 4 o'clock, he was belligerently drunk. He was drunk by noon, and he just kept on drinking and drinking and drinking. He wanders off. We're all like lounging in, you know, basically lawn chairs, those lounger chairs that you can lay in and they can fold back and you can be flat and stuff like that. And he walks away, flips us off, and leaves. We're like, okay, whatever. So we thought he just went to the bar. So then about 3 hours later, about 7 o'clock, after we tried to call him like 7 times because we had no idea where he went, we finally get a hold of him, and it's the hospital that picks up the phone. And the doctor's like, and we're like, well, your friend is in the hospital right now. He got picked up at the hotel. And they're like, your friend was passed out, drunk on the floor, with puke on himself in the bathroom. And the people who worked at the pool found him in the bathroom. We're like, what? Is he okay? They're like, yeah, he's okay. We just had to take him because he was passed out in the bathroom. We're like, okay, well, we're gonna come get him right now. This is the weirdest shit. We get to the hospital. Our friend, we wait for about an hour for our friend to come up. They had to draw blood and crap like that to see if he was, you know, decent. See if he was decent enough to walk and or, you know, leave the hospital. And finally he gets out. He's smiling, happy as can be. He's like, hey, thanks for coming, guys. What am I doing here? Like, happy as can be. It was the funniest thing. He's like, I'm not sure how I got here, but I remember the ambulance driver. He was a nice guy. We get our way back to the hotel, and we're just chilling out, and it finally dawns on him, because he was still drunk at that time. It finally dawns on him that he's like, oh my goodness, did I just get out of the hospital? Oh my God, I took an ambulance there? This is gonna be expensive. It finally like hit him that this is gonna be an expensive trip, and he was like, oh shit, what did I do? Because he had no recollection of anything happening at any, like, he doesn't remember that day. Alright, fuck yeah. The next day, that was when the shooting happened on the Strip.
Police say Cardanius shot and killed a man and wounded another person. Then he barricaded himself, they say, inside that double-decker bus for almost 5 hours.
The shooting on the Strip, and someone died, and then the night before that, the Bellagio was taken for like $1 million with all the jewelry and stuff like that someone taken.
The Bellagio Hotel was put on lockdown after armed suspects burglarized a Rolex store inside. Police say 3 people busted the windows and stole high-end watches and merchandise before running away.
I'm not sure about the amount of money taken, or I mean the amount of jewelry taken and prices and stuff like that, but yeah, it was a crazy trip. He trapped himself in a bus, and there was snipers all around. There was helicopters flying. We could see all of that stuff. We saw the helicopter. We saw all that stuff. So then the Strip was closed down. Luckily, we weren't near that part of the Strip. We were a little bit of ways back at our hotel, but we heard all about it. It was on the news as soon as we got there, as soon as we got up and stuff like that. It was insanity. But luckily, it's all good. Nothing happened. That was an interesting day. And then that night, we're like, dude, guys, we need to do something. I was like, I'm not 21, so if you guys want to go to a club, I'll find something to do. Me and my other friend who wasn't 21, we'll go find something to do. We'll go to a strip club or something like that, because there was quite a few strip clubs that were 18 and up, and then there's a lot that were also 21 and up. And they're only 21 and up if you're able to buy alcohol or get served alcohol. So we went to a strip club that night after everybody's like, well, let's just go to a strip club. Let's freaking do it. Why not? So we all go to the strip club, and that was an interesting ordeal. The name, I don't remember the name of the strip club. I still can't remember it. And there were so many freaking girls, like nude, fully nude girls. I've never in my life seen anything like that. Like, I tripled the count of boobs and vagina I've seen in my entire life in 10 minutes. More than that even. It was insanity. And as soon as you sit down, you come in the door, you sit down, a girl comes over to you, sits on your lap, and takes you, and just talks dirty to you. It's insanity. I've never been to a strip club before, so that was a hell of an experience. Spent way too much money there. I don't want to go into details of what happened at the strip club, but it was a lot of fun. That was by far the most fun part of the whole trip. I had a friend spend $600 at the strip club, and he got a couple lap dances. That's it. Like, every girl there was so flippin' gorgeous. It was crazy. And you're blinded by, they're naked, so you're just blinded by nude girls everywhere. It's crazy. If you ever get the chance to go to Vegas, even if you're not 21, do it. Every time I got carded, I was just like, well, if we're like at the casino or something like that, I just told them, oh, I left my card up in my room. I'll go grab that real quick. And then they leave you alone. You just walk around, go back to your machine, and be on your way. I swear to God, if you want to get rich quick, go strip in Vegas. You make like $2,000 an hour on dumb college kids like us. That last night, we're all down at the casino. All my friends are playing blackjack. and I'm just playing like slot machines. I wasn't able to play blackjack because obviously I'd get carded and then I definitely couldn't play. So everybody's winning this last night, and our power goes out in our rooms. But of course, it's a casino. They always have a way to keep all the machines going, all the slot machines going, blackjack. They have to have power down at the casino because that's how they make their money, of course. But every single room was without power. And I go back up to my room, and it's like 2 in the morning to get something to drink, eat, and then I was gonna go back down. I go back up there, our room's pitch black. I'm like, gosh dang it. So I go down, I tell him, I'm just like, our room's without power, this sucks. And my friend, belligerently drunk, he gets up, he's like, I'm gonna go get our money back for the whole trip. He goes up to the desk, he's talking to all them, he goes up there, there's like 4 or 5 other people up there bitching about the power being out. And so he was mad about that. And so after these 4 or 5 other people, they're up to the desk, they're yelling and hollering about all this stuff, and they're like, okay, let's go to this back room so we don't cause a scene in front of everybody. I was like, all right. So my friend went to the back room. I had to stay out near the info desk and stuff like that and chill there and wait till he's done. So about 10 minutes later, the 5 other people leave the room, and I just have my friend sitting in there. I was like, oh goodness, what the heck. Obviously they didn't get shit out of it, they just wanted to bitch and moan, and so did my friend, but he wanted something out of it. The guy told him he couldn't get any monetary value for anything. My friend comes out of the room about 10 minutes later and the security guard's with him. I'm thinking like, oh great, thank God, we can go back into our night and just finish off the night. Nope. He comes up to us, he's like, all right, you all need to leave. We're like, what do you mean we all need to leave? He's like, you guys are being evicted. Both your room, his room, you guys all have to leave. You have 10 minutes. We're like, whoa, what in the hell happened? They're like, your friend brought up legal fees. And as soon as you do that, we can kick you out. So we can get our lawyer, so he can get his lawyer. And we're like, why can't you just kick him out? We didn't do anything. They're like, well, because he can come into your rooms and he's kicked off the property. He can't come back. 2 o'clock in the frickin' morning. They follow us, like 3 security guards and this guy. They follow us up to our room. And they're like, in the dark, they give us a freaking shitty flashlight. They're, all right, find all your stuff and you guys got 10 minutes, you gotta leave. We're like, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. After we're hauling our luggage around the strip because we just got kicked out of our hotel. So we go to this Denny's and we sit there for an hour and a half. As my friend, he's like devastated. He's like, I'm so sorry guys, I'm so sorry. This wasn't supposed to happen. We're like, no shit, it wasn't supposed to happen. We spent like an hour and a half there. He's looking for a hotel for us to stay at, and he can't find anything. So we're like, well, let's just go sit at the freaking airport for 19 hours until our flight at 9 p.m. that day. We get an Uber driver that night, takes us to the airport, and we sit there for 19 straight hours. And you'd think, why didn't you do anything? You had that entire day. No. My friends wanted to sit on their ass, sleep all day on the concrete, mind you, literally on the ground, charge their phones, and play card games all day. That was a shit show. We finally get home. Glad to be home. I wanted to tell you that story. I know it was long and drawn out and all over the place, but that was a fun trip. Don't feel like going back anytime soon. That's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.